It was another day in the Roblox Squidgames, and yes, you see it goddamn right. Here I have with me the 222 baby, and today we are going to get him his second victory royale. The game began, so I helicoptered over to the finish line like an Autobot. But a bald man kept coming up to me and weirded me out, so I pushed him out of my way and kept on walking. But he came up to me once again, so I had no choice but to hit him with his grandma's ashes. He still hadn't given up, and before I had the chance to push him again, he started shaking his head and flung me all the way to the front of the map. It was then when I realized that he wasn't trying to eliminate me, but to help us survive instead. We were now in picture day, and me and the baby took the most delightful photo in history. The game of Dalgona then began, and I ended up pulling the circle cookie. So I used my perfect artistic skill and beat it with no effort involved. I then aura farmed with the baby on top of the playground and went over to ask one of the guards if he thought the baby was cute, but he did not seem happy one bit. I then helicoptered over with the little gremlin to get some food and went over to the bathroom to hide from the bloodbath that was yet to come. The lights had turned red, so I closed the door and hid in the stalls. But goddamn Walter White suddenly opened the door, and even though he had saved me before, I didn't know what his current motives were. But luckily he left me alone and went on his merry way. It was complete chaos outside, so I just stayed put and waited for the round to end. The game of hide and seek then began. And please, game, don't give me hider. Please, I beg you to not give me hider. But it looked like my prayers were successfully answered as I had pulled out the seeker pill. I then started walking around the map looking for the first plebeian to become my victim. I suddenly spotted one of the blueies running around while being incredibly injured, so I started chasing him. Though he was running for his life as fast as he could, he had run into a dead end, which was truly unfortunate for him. So I took the opportunity to stab him to death and threw his body to the floor, but his death served a purpose in the end. We had survived into the next round, and I knew that money would be ours. The glass bridge game began, so I safely speed ran the course and easily made it to the safe zone. The voting to keep playing the game then appeared, and I knew that I was not taking no damn baby to no gunfight, so I chose to keep playing. The first round of the mingle game began, and I managed to fill the player requirement without a problem, but to my surprise, there was still a poor soul outside begging to be let in, but it was no use. At the same time, I noticed that my two roommates began fighting against each other, but in my attempt to stop the conflict, I had accidentally brought white-haired boy Asher to his death. It was now time for the final game, and damn, me and the baby look hella clean with this fit on. Me and baby 222 were ready to wipe the floor with our opponent. But before we could even throw the first punch, the player came up to me asking me to promise I would take care of her. And when I replied that I would, he ran into the kill zone and died a very slow death. I thought I had done it for the baby, but that was a lie. I did it for me. I liked it. I was good at it, and I was alive.